Many thanks for joining us this afternoon. You're watching TV 47 Newsfeed and I am Ruth Mulandi. On to our first story, where Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has warned IEBC to be on the lookout on alleged electoral irregularities on the forthcoming Machakos senatorial by-election. Addressing journalists after holding a meeting with local church leaders at Manzoni Lodge, Kalonzo said the county IEBC returning officer should disqualify Maendeleo Chapchap candidate Mutua Katuku after his county officer vandalized campaign material of Wiper candidate Agnes Kavindu.
Hakuna ambaye hajui kwamba Wavinya alikuwa ameshinda Mutua. Na kazao ya rigging yakafanya ile 54% ile percentage. Wizi wa ajabu. Kwa hivyo kama kuna county official ambaye amesajiliwa kama either clerk katika polling station ama returning officer or anything, tunataka majina yatolewe mara moja. Na yule officer anasimamia because hajatolewa bado anaitwa na Wamalwa. Yes. Tunamwambia Wamalwa aangalie sana asiharibu jina yake na future yake na uchaguzi huu. Asikubali kutumiwa na Mutua. Inasemekana ameonekana kwa ofisi ya Mutua. All right? Na watu wa Machakos za watu kubali. Because Kavindu is already at 80%.
Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya says he is confident that 24 county assemblies will pass the BBI bill as required by the law. Addressing mourners in Muhanda Shinyula constituency, Oparanya drummed up support for the BBI bill, saying the devolved units were big winners as the constitutional changes will give more money to the counties.
Mambo ya BBI, nafikiria tukifika wakati huo, wakati wa PBI, vile mnajua sisi tumesimama imara sana nyuma ya BBI. Ikifika wakati huo tutakuja mbele yenu tuongee mambo ya BBI. Saa hii BBI iko na county assembly zetu, na ikitoka hapo itaenda kule parliament, senate na national assembly. Ikipita hapo ndio itarudi kwa wananchi kama sisi. Ndio sasa tuweke msasa wa kutosha. But mnajua sisi ni waanzilishi wa BBI. Na tunajua yale mazuri ambayo iko hapo ndani, na tutaongea wakati huo.
Kama BBI iko na makosa kidogo, sisi tupitishe kwa ile uzuri wenye iko. Na mimi naona tayari counties 11 zimepitisha BBI, na mimi nawasihi hawa wetu wa Kakamega County wapitishe BBI mara moja. Tusiwe namba 20, namba 25 kwa kupitisha hii BBI, kwa maana kuna matunda yenye itatusaidia. Hata wenyewe wanasema saa hii watapitisha.
Elsewhere, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi is currently hosting Western Kenya region elders in a consultative meeting to discuss, among other key issues, the unity of purpose ahead of the political transitional period. The top agenda in the meeting is the political future of the region. The meeting is taking place at Musalia's Mululu home in Sabatia constituency, Vihiga County.
Transoia pia iko na hiyo mix ya hawa wote ambao ni Waluya. Kakamega Josephat kwa county, Busia County Council of Elders.
Elders were people who attended and had the recognition in important.
On my part, I take this opportunity to announce to you that I will contest for the President of the Republic of Kenya in 2022 elections. I therefore seek your views, guidance, and blessings. I welcome you to discuss my request with an open mind, knowing I am your son, who has humbly asked for your blessings and wise counsel. I have already been endorsed by my party, Amani National Congress, and now I ask you to support me, guide me, and become my ambassadors in our region and the rest of the country. Use your networks among elders in the country to market my candidature.
Kiambu County Speaker Stephen Dichu has said that all county speakers from the Mount Kenya region are set for the BBI debate come Tuesday. Dichu says that the report has been shared to the public through different medium and many views have been received in return. The speaker called upon Kiambu citizens to come out in large numbers and witness their leaders take a vote on the BBI bill come on Tuesday.
Tulitangaza kwa maredio na kwa magazeti na tukaiweka hiyo bill kwa gazeti watu wasome, wale ambao wangeweza kudownload. Na tuliwapatia siku 7 na walifanya hivyo. Kutoka kwa website na ingine wakalete zikiwa wameziandika. Na sasa hizo ndizo kamati ya sheria ya bunge inaketi chini leo na kesho Saturday na siku ya Jumapili na Jumatatu. Waende through hizo documents, waandike report. Hiyo report ndiye watalete bunge siku ya Jumanne asubuhi saa 4, na chairman ama mwenyekiti wa hiyo kamati ataiwekelea juu ya meza na atangaze kwamba amepeana notice ya kwamba analete hiyo bill izungumziwe na kuwe na hoja yake saa 8:30. Kwa hivyo ndivyo itakuwa. Na mimi nina hakika ya kwamba kama speaker wa bunge la Kiambu tutafuata sheria na mujibu wa sheria uliowekwa ili mambo yote iende kisheria.
Moving on, 2 drug traffickers who were arrested on Tuesday in Mombasa Old Town have been arraigned in Mombasa law courts. The 2 were found in possession of heroin valued at over 5 million shillings. Following a raid by officers from the DCI and Anti-Narcotics Unit, Bwana Said Abubakar and Mwanasomo Mohamed Bakari appeared before the Mombasa magistrate Rita Amwanyi and denied the charges. Farmers supplying milk to the Kakamega Dairy Cooperative have decried poor leadership, threatening to boycott supplying milk to the cooperative. Speaking at the cooperative's pensions during its annual general meeting, the farmers said that the constant delays in payments for milk supplied was as a result of incompetence. However, the cooperative's chair, Henry Shikali, refuted the claims, urging farmers to exercise patience as they gradually effect changes.
Seems to be making decisions together with the cooperative officers of Kakamega to make decisions outside the knowledge of the farmers, and those decisions are basically detrimental to the interest of our society.
Mpaka siku hizi napunguza lita ya kuleta maziwa kwa sababu unapata kwamba unakaa 2 months 3 months haujalipwa pesa yako, alafu uko na mfanyakazi mwenye natakana umlipe, uko na ng'ombe yenye natakana ikule.
Mtu anaweza kaa miezi 5 ndiye alipwe. Hiyo inaua wakulima mioyo. Kuendelea na kazi ya ukulima lazima uwe na pesa.
Tulikuwa na some members payment in arrear for about 5 months. the ministry ilikuja ikaingilia na kufanya some reshuffles within, internal reshuffles within the committee in order to enhance service delivery. We had a reshuffle that included the change of chairman and even the treasurer and the secretary, because this was guided by a brief report from the ministry which indicated that members need to be supported. And as a result of that reshuffle, now the payment has been brought up to date from 5 months to 1 month in arrear.
And in Mombasa, the Jomvu community within the county has called on the Senate Committee on Lands, Environment and Natural Resources to aid in repossessing their ancestral land, which they claim was grabbed by the Methodist Church of Kenya. According to them, the church has already started subdividing the 151 acres of land into smaller parcels and is now transferring it to people from outside the locality. The Senate Land Task Force was on a fact-finding mission in Jomvu sub-county to probe the ongoing dispute.
Waliomba pia mahali pa kujenga nyumba ya walimu kututoa ujinga. Lakini wale wazee wetu sasa kwa moyo wa huruma wakawapa, si ujinga waliotolewa. Ilipokuja kuandikisha usajili wa ardhi, badala waandikishe kanisa na ndio ile pale, na nyumba mpaka leo ile pale, waliandikisha ekari 151 zote kuwa ni za kanisa. Mpaka wale waliowapea ile ardhi wakarudi kuwa maskota pale ndani. Hiyo ndio dhuluma ya kwanza. Naomba National Land Commission isikie hiyo. Sisi ambao ni vizalia na tuko hapa sasa kwa hiyo ardhi ya mission, unakuta tumedhulumiwa. Maana subdivision iliyofanyika haikumshurukisha yule mjomvu mwenyewe kikamilifu. Kanisa limetoa title 454 sasa tunavyoongea. Na katika subdivision hiyo hakuna mjomvu hata mmoja ambaye amepata hiyo title jina lake. Walifanya subdivision wakisema beneficiary watapata, na niko na list ya beneficiary. Lakini tena title deed zile 454 zilitoka tena na jina ya kanisa. Kwa hivyo ni kumaanisha hakuna subdivision iliyofanyika.
And in Kisumu, a family in Akingili village within the county was on Friday night forced to spend the night in the cold after 3 monkeys invaded their house and refused to leave. According to Nankor Odongo, his family also slept hungry after the monkeys ate all their food. It took tens of hundreds of neighbors about 2 hours on Saturday to flush the monkeys out of Odongo's house. Villagers say the monkeys have become an eyesore in Akingili since they also invade farmers and destroy their crops.
Sasa kurudi jioni, tulikuwa nasikia kama kitu inakimbia juu ya jambi hapo juu. Ulikuwa nafikiria ni paka. Kutuma mtoto ili aone ni nini, aliona ni nyani, akashuka akaanguka, hata akuruka, alianguka tu chini. Na tayari nyani ilikuwa ishakula mahindi yangu hapa yote, hata chakula yenye tuliwaachia tunakuja kukula yote bim ilikula hapa. Nitaenda wapi? Nitatoka hapa Kingli ama nifanye namna gani? Sasa hii iko nyani 3 juu ya wiot kama adake kaeni. Sasa sijui nitafanya namna gani.
Kwa nini sisi ndio tuna seda kila siku? Wakati wa kulima mboga huwezi panda, mahindi huwezi panda, kuku huwezi panda. Sasa tutafanyaje? Tutakula namna gani?
Now, Water Sanitization and Irrigation Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki and Senate Majority Leader Samuel Pogisho have reiterated the government's commitment to ensure all development projects under the Big Four agenda are completed soon, adding that the projects were the president's signature after he leaves office come 2022. The duo also drummed up support for the Building Bridges initiative on Friday while inspecting a peace border dam project at Kasese area along the Kenya-Uganda border and an irrigation project in Sigor area in West Pokot County. The projects are said to have cost 25 million shillings and 220 million shillings respectively.
Kwa hivyo ile project tunafanya ambayo inakutana na Big Four agenda ya Rais Uhuru. If you want a project to delay, don't let it relate to the Big Four. Huweka huko sio kando kando. Lakini if it relates to the Big Four agenda, you will be under pressure. And under pressure indeed. All of us, hata mimi nikiwa pale Senate.
And indeed, this dam, I want to assure us and the residents of West Pokot that is going to be completed by end of March.
And with that story, we now take a short break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories. Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Huyu ni Mike last week. Huyu ni yeye this week. Kwani kuliendaje? Vile Mike ni fan wa movie na futa, alibambika yake yote kupata discount ya Gotv Max. Aka get maximum entertainment for less. Sahi anajinais na the best of Serie A, La Liga and more na movies za mastaa wa nguvu majuu. Hakuna kuhata action tena.
You know what?
Upgrade to Gotv Max for just 890 shillings leo. Gotv, love it.
Je, maumivu ya kichwa na kukosesha amani? Kaluma Strong hutuliza maumivu ya kichwa, maumivu ya mwili na hata uondoa joto jingi mwilini. Kaluma Strong ina aspirin kama kiungo. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
Go big and live stream Premier League, La Liga, major marathons and more from SuperSport, plus the biggest Maisha Magic series, blockbusters and kids shows. Go big for less and get Showmax Pro Mobile with 30 gigs telecom data included. That's up to 10 hours a day of the best sport, series, movies and kids shows. Watch for just 1,200 Kenya shillings per month with the Showmax Pro Mobile subscription and 30 gigs telecom data at one great price. To sign up, dial *544# or go to showmax.com/telcom.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
Welcome back. Now, ODM leader Raila Odinga is said to be silently gearing up for the 2022 presidential politics, having held a series of meetings, with the recent one being yesterday's with former UNCTAD boss Mukisa Kitui and Makueni Governor Kivutha Kibwana. Father Raila is said to have procured 4 helicopters and a public address system worth 5 million shillings. Though ODM Secretary General has downplayed the choppers narrative, saying the party has no financial capacity to purchase them now.
As 2022 approaches and political temperatures rise in the country, the ODM party is said to be gearing up and planning for who to work with come 2022. Yesterday, the ODM boss Raila Odinga, having met former UNCTAD boss Mukisa Kitui and Makueni Governor Kivutha Kibwana for lunch, ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna dismissing the possibilities of Raila supporting either of them for 2022.
Even if you are a father and you want to call it a day, you cannot jump the fence like where we are now, jump the fence and go to bless the children of the other home, and yet you have your own children. We have people who are capable within ODM to inherit and continue the good work that Raila has done. We have people like Oparanya, we have people like Joe, and you know, once the applications are done, the period of applications is complete, you will see the sort of talent that ODM will be putting up in terms of the people who want the party's presidential ticket.
This comes as NASA partners Kalonzo Musyoka, Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, and KANU Chairman Gideon Moi having formed an alliance and calling upon Raila Odinga to exit the stage on matters 2022 presidential ambitions.
Naona je, mzee wetu alikuwa amekubali kwamba atafyatua risasi alafu apeane nafasi Kalonzo naye afyatue yake, Musalia afyatue yake, Weta afyatue yake.
Musalia has invested 10 political years in him. Kalonzo has invested 10 political years in him. Kati ya sisi watatu tumeinvest in our brother Raila 30 political years.
Is why they are behaving like Lot's wife. When you leave, you don't look behind you. They will turn into pillars of salt. Because all the time, instead of telling the country what they have what plans they have for the country, they are always talking about ODM and, Raila should leave it to us. I want to be categorical here. That first of all, Raila does not owe this gentleman any debt. And in fact, if there is a debt that is owed, for instance, to the Mulembe Nation, the best person to claim that debt for us is Oparanya, who has been with Raila constantly from 2002.
Further, Sifuna has downplayed the narrative that ODM has procured for choppers in preparations for 2022, saying that the party has no such financial capacity.
Do not have the capacity as ODM to procure helicopters. Those ones we leave for these friends of ours who have been looting all over the place, and they have multiple choppers. I can see a scheme where they are trying to liken us to those characters who have stolen money and are buying choppers left, right, and center.
ODM is said to also have purchased a 5 million public address system for the 2022 campaigns, which Sifuna says is not a big deal.
A political party acquires a public address system. We are in the business of addressing people. We need the equipment that will allow us to address people. So, as far as I know, the party has only procured a public address system.
Elizabeth Mutuko, TV47 Nairobi.
The Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is ready for bulk COVID-19 vaccine import. This is according to a leading logistics executive at the airport who says the international airport will find it easy to switch from handling fruit to importing vaccines due to the already existing extensive cold storage system. Meanwhile, the 3 glossy white robots placed at JKIA and donated by the government of Japan in collaboration with the UNDP have proved extremely useful in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Zainab Mohammed with the details.
As governments and companies around the world race to establish cold chain storage and delivery systems for the COVID-19 vaccines, Kenya, and in particular the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, says it's ready for bulk COVID-19 vaccine import. According to a leading logistics executive, the international airport will find it easy to switch from handling fruit to importing vaccines due to the already existing extensive cold storage system.
It has the biggest capacity within the East Africa region, even including South Africa, because of the nature of our trade. We send in a lot of horticulture to Europe. Those horticulture facilities are refrigerated facilities. They can fresh produce. So it is easy to convert and use for an emergency if there was a requirement.
Daniel Father says even though the storage systems require the addition of extra cabinets to hold the vaccines as well as enhance security, the extensive cold systems will be able to keep the vaccines as cold as -30 degrees.
Because the pharma place we have now is needed, it's small for the vaccines. When we designed this, we didn't have in mind that an epidemic like COVID would be there and the number of vaccines will come.
This is as the 3 glossy white robots placed at JKIA and donated by the government of Japan in collaboration with the UNDP prove extremely useful in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. According to JKIA operations manager Simon Peter Njoroge, Jasiri, one of the robots, sprays fine jets of sanitizer from containers attached to its sides whilst taking infrared pictures and scanning hundreds of passengers per minute.
Siri's role in this airport is to enhance the safety of international travel. And by that I mean its ability to, 1, take temperature, its ability to sanitize the environment around it, and more importantly for us and for the entire country is the fact that it relays confidence in the safety of air travel.
Some passengers even lauding the presence of the robot at the airport as a major factor in the reduction of long queues for temperature checks.
System help us to save our